Witch Doctor's got some weird offhands, man.
Well, witch doctors aren't themselves.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
My power grows.
Got a right good bunch
You wanna
of
duel
things for
me?
you this fine day.
It's good to work it.
Doesn't matter if I want to or not, can't do it.
I need some.
As you should. You will craft
Yeah, you can.
I have the crown. How do I reach the skeleton?
Alright, here, I'll show you. Alright.
Right here.
Vadouche!
Need more time.
I actually have no idea what the use of that is.
I have no clue. Except to show it off.
Maybe it's a new flag of ownership, but Diablo style.
Hey dude, you wanna see something cool? I got a flag.
So do I.
Need more time. I'm unstoppable.
His Archon ability is OP.
Archon ability.
Yeah, you turn into
Yeah.
an Archon.
Oh, yeah. You see, when you said Archon, I assumed, like, the Archon.
And here comes the shielded little bastards.
Are you guys fighting those? Or is that just taking on that guy solo?
I was fighting the shielded bats that came out.
Oh. I was taking out the main guy solo. I was like, oh, what are you guys complaining about? I'm the one fighting him. I didn't realize that bats were spawning. Doing a hard mode with my wizard though, and like I don't even know what to do. It's like, or hardcore or whatever. My wizard, it's like, okay, I can understand getting achievements with it, but at the same time, it's like, why would you want to go all the way up to 60 with that? You know, get all the way up to 60, work all these hours, and just one death could make your whole time playing that fucking worthless.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I died. I guess it's the thrill of it. I mean, people who played Ultima Online and EverQuest way back when it was like the first couple expansions, you know, there was really serious repercussions for dying. There was incentive to stay alive. So people didn't run around all willy-nilly, just running straight in and getting slaughtered, respawning and doing it again. I hate people that do that in Battlefield 3.
What?
Just run straight in with no regard for playing the game or their life in the game. They just run in with a shotgun, try to take out a couple people and die. And they are guaranteed to die. They know that, but they still run in there. Kinda screws up tactical thinking. Like we were talking about the other day. If you're playing chess against someone who has no clue what the fuck they're doing, and you're playing like you're playing another seasoned chess player, you have no clue what they're gonna do.
Yeah. I think some of the hardest people I've played against in chess, and this is, they're not the hardest, but it's like, yeah, it is just that. You're playing against them, they're not hard, but
need more time.
You expect the common sense move, and they do not only the opposite, they do the opposite of the complete, like, inverted opposite, or some shit like that, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, that makes zero to no sense. I understand you wanted to move that piece, but what gain did you gain? And ultimately it just ends up fucking you up, because it's like, okay, well now I have to redo my plan because what you just did was completely senseless.
Exactly. That's why it drives me nuts to play shooters and stuff against children, you know, like 12-year-olds and stuff, because their brain is the equivalent of a psychopath.
Say what?
It looks like your friend needs my help.
Playing against kids, like in Counter-Strike or something, their brains are so unpredictable, their thought processes, they're like a psychopath in trying to guess what they're going to do.
Usually I can guess they're going to do, but I can kind of agree with you on that. They're not fucking smart.
Well, there are some
like
kids that are
they'll run around, and it's like they don't think about their strategy. They don't think of strategy at all. They just run around and just the next corner they turn, they could literally go back to a corner they just checked. And not think about, oh, okay, well, obviously he's not there. If he's not in this area, if I'm not hearing him, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just stupid.
That's what they call camping.
It's not camping, are you?
It's just random ass shit.
That's, yeah, do you know what camping is, Arthwen?
Yeah, duh.
Okay, what is camping?
But yeah, I was in a clan, and every time we saw someone like that in our servers, we just call it a camper. Camping
Okay,
is
what
always
is a
staying at
camper,
same
though?
spots.
No, that's not really what a camper is. But what is the definition of a camper? Or do you think it's just staying in one spot?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me give you some examples. If somebody was standing in one spot, not moving at all, do you think there's any significance of where they could be standing before they could be considered a camper? And yeah, you'd have to be standing in certain areas and you'd have to do certain things before you were considered a camper. For example, if you're standing in the middle of a room in the open with no, like,
Cover.
with no cover or anything, you're not camping. You can stand there all day, but you're not going to be camping. You're just standing there.
Unless there's an objective in the room and there's only one door in it to get in the room and you're just watching it, that's camping.
Oh no, that's not. If you're in the open and you're not, there's no cover and you're able to be seen, or if you can see other angles rather than just hiding, then you're not camping. Like a camper, and this is what a camper is you have to like literally be hiding with only one possible way of coming around to you, and usually it's off on the side where somebody isn't going to be going. They have to pass in front of you. And you're not camping until you kill them and then continue to camp there.
Yeah, that's why my Counter-Strike source friends on a server we played on, we made it against the rules for someone to boost to get into a spot to camp the map.
But that's also noob shit. I mean, camping is just a tactic. Really, people started bitching about camping in like Quake and shit, where it was like, okay, you killed me, boo-hoo. It was like, people in Quake, I mean, it was such a, like, a professional-oriented game where people would go and go pro just for playing Quake. Oh, what the hell? Well, I want that.
What the?
But yeah, whenever they die, what they would do is they would say, oh, well, this is their excuse of why I died. It's not my fault. This guy is just camping. Or, oh, this guy's hacking. Or, oh, this guy's doing this. It's not, it was never their fault of why they died. And they'd complain. And that's why campers became hated, because they weren't checking their corners. They weren't checking where people might be. So they would just complain that that's the reason they died, and campers became a hated thing, when really it was like they failed to kill somebody sitting in one spot and not moving. They failed to check their flanks and they died because of it.
The only way we would allow it on our Counter-Strike server was if it was in furtherance of a goal, like if you were guarding a bomb site.
But like another thing, what declassifies a camper is if they're sitting behind cover and holding off an area. If they are legit holding off an area and they're getting kills on a consistent basis, that's not camping. That's just, I mean, that's just holding off an area.
Now, the biggest thing a lot of people hate is spawn campers.
Yeah. But, I mean, it all depends on how the spawn camper is doing it. If a spawn camper is blatantly just sitting there behind spawn so that people are spawning in looking at the opposite direction, and they're just sitting there firing, so the second you spawn, there's nothing you can do, you just get hit and die. Yeah, that's fucked up. But, I mean, if somebody has to shoot you because you spawn right in front of them, it's like, well, sometimes the game sucks, but why should they die because you died before them? I've been playing first-person shooters longer than anybody you've ever met. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. That's something I know for a fact.
My first-person shooter, I think, was Doom.